I'm paleontologist Makan, and this is a Cretoxyrhina. Cretoxyrhina had a crest on his head. Cryolophosaurus. This is a Troodon, and it had a very new Troodon claw.
怎么拼
T-R-O-O-D-O-N Troodon. This is a Stygimoloch, and it had big horns on his head. This is a Pteranodon, and it had a beak behind his eyes. Parasaurolophus, and it had a crest on its head. This is a Triceratops, and it had big horns on its head. Baba. This is an Ornithomimus, and it had furry hair on his head. This is an Archaeopteryx, and it had feathers all over here. I'm making it, and this is Spinosaurus. It had a very big crest on his back. It's called a sail's fin. Making it, and I'm a paleontologist. And this is a Velociraptor.
介绍一下
He had feathers on his arm. I'm making paleontologist. And this is Stegosaurus. This Stegosaurus had a lot of plates on his back.
How to spell that?
Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus. Paleontologist. And this is Deinonychus. Deinonychus. Deinonychus.
What can it do?
It has long, short arms. The Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it had teeth. had a great sense of smell. 1 toe with 3 toe feet, 2 large teeth for eating meat, 3 long tails for balance, well, and 4 fur bottom and 3 thin smell. 1. A Michelinoceras, and it had arms on his face. It had a tight shell on the back. It had 2 round eyes for looking fish. This is a Peteinosaurus, and it eats, and it lives in the low Triassic. It had a beak and wings. It eats bugs only. Deinonychus, and it lived in the Cretaceous time period. It had long short arms on one arm. It eats meat only. This is an Iguanodon, and it lived in the Cretaceous time period. It's an omnivore, and it can dig only. It's a Megadromeus, and it lived in the Cretaceous time period. It digs holes only. And it's a carnivore. Eoraptor, and it had spikes on her back. It lived in the Cretaceous time period. The Brachiosaurus, one plant with 2 water plants, two large plants for the herbivores to eat, 3 long tails for balance, well, and 4 herbivores have a great sense of eat. The Styracosaurus, and it has horns on his frill. It had a horn on his nose. And it had a pink body, had a pink frill. One herbivore with 2 large teeth. 2 large teeth for eating plants. 3 long tails to eat the plankton. 4 herbivores have great sense of eat. Feathers. And it had spikes on their back. This is a Kentrosaurus, and it had spikes on her back.
What's the difference?
It had plates on their legs. Euoplocephalus had a hammer on his tail. Michelinoceras, it had a crest on his head. And Raptor, and it wings to glide, and he's very small, and it eats meat. Argentinosaurus, and it's the biggest. It had 4 legs. It walked on 4 legs. It eats plants only. Therizinosaurus Argentina. Therizinosaurus, and it had a very long neck and a very long head, and a blue body and a blue neck. And Giganotosaurus, and it had short arms, and it had a very big head and green spikes. And Cretoxyrhina, and it had sharp teeth in his beak.